Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore. Actress Kirstie Alley has died at the age of 71 from cancer. The information came in last night from her family. Her children put together this message to all our friends far and wide around the world. We are sad to inform you that our incredible, fierce, and loving mother has passed away after a battle with cancer only recently discovered. She was surrounded by her closest family and fought with great strength, leaving us with certainty of her never-ending joy of living and whatever adventures lie ahead. As iconic as she was on screen, she was even more amazing mother and grandmother. We are grateful to the incredible team of doctors and nurses at the Moffitt Cancer Center for their care, our mother's zest and passion for life, her children, grandchildren, and her many animals, not to mention her eternal joy of creating, were unparalleled and leave us inspired to live life to the fullest just as she did. We thank you for your love and prayers and ask that you respect our privacy at this difficult time. With love always, True and Lily Parker. Beautiful message, sad story to see her pass. Apparently this was, people were sort of surprised that she had cancer and what happened. There's now controversies due to her Scientology status. She's also been more conservative on Twitter. So there's been a lot of just sort of all over the place reactions on Kirstie Alley. But I'm going to say, look, I was a fan of her, especially as an actress. I loved her on Cheers. Look Who's Talking was such a wonderful movie. And the sequels as a kid, I still enjoyed them. But she had a wonderful career. She was a really funny actress, a really talented actress. So many films, Drop Dead Gorgeous. I remember her in that Olsen Twins movie. So many things as a kid growing up. I was watching Kirstie Alley. She was a comedic talent, no doubt. And even throughout her, later years was still doing wonderful work on TV. So many shows from Kirstie to Veronica's Closet. I remember, really, truly a television and film legend. And yes, some of her opinions weren't always, shared by me and others, but I'm going to respect them. Look, I don't want to focus on this negatively. I see a lot of people are, so I wanted to take some time to focus on some of the positive messages that a lot of her co-stars have been sharing. And it's been nice to see even some of these celebrities step forward and acknowledge, look, we didn't always agree, but she was a wonderful person. And I think that's the memory that should be left here. So let's go through some of her Cheers cast members who spoke to people with some. I've gathered a lot of these reactions, and I want to go through them with you. Kelsey Grammer, who played Frasier on Cheers. I always believe grief for a public figure is a private matter, but I will say I loved her. Her co-star Ted Danson and Rhea Perlman also expressed comments and said, here's Ted Danson sharing a story. I was on a plane today and did something I rarely do. I watched an old episode of Cheers. It was the episode where Tom Berenger proposes to Kirstie, who keeps saying no, even though she desperately wants to say yes. Kirstie was truly brilliant in it. Her ability to play a woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown was both moving and hysterically funny. She made me laugh 30 years ago when she shot that scene, and she made me laugh today just as hard. As I got off the plane, I heard that Kirstie had died. I am so sad and so grateful for all the time she made me laugh. I send my love to her children as they well know. Their mother had a heart of gold. I will miss her. And here's Rhea Perlman adding, Kirstie was a unique and wonderful person and friend. Her joy of being was boundless. We became friends almost instantly when she joined the cast of Cheers. She loved kids, and my kids loved her too. We had sleepovers at her house with treasure hunts that she created. She had a massive Halloween and Easter parties and invited the entire crew of the show and their families. She wanted everyone to feel included. She loved her children deeply. I've never met anyone remotely like her. I feel so thankful to have known her, and I'm going to miss her very, very much. We also have Jamie Lee Curtis sharing her thoughts. They worked together on the show Scream Queens. And Jamie Lee Curtis said, I've just heard the sad news that Kirstie Alley has died. She was a great comedic foil in Scream Queens and a beautiful mama bear in her very real life. She helped me buy onesies for my family that year for Christmas. We agreed to disagree about some things, but out of mutual respect and connection. Sad news. She was such a dynamite. Sad news indeed. May her memories be a blessing. From Selma Blair, also chiming in here in the comments. I just love this kind of reaction because there's so much negativity and people saying, oh, her religion or her political, who cares? People are, as long as you're not thrusting it on me, unless you're just sharing your opinions and you're living your life in kindness and not hurting others. One could argue about Scientology, I know, but I'm going to let that go. Some of those celebrities, it seems, were definitely like lauded and applauded and sort of stuck in their own, limbo land. But this is not the time or place to credit her. She's no longer with us. Let's respect it. One of her most, famous co-stars, John Travolta of the Look Who's Talking films, also made a comment. Kirstie was one of the most special relationships I've ever had. I love you, Kirstie. I know we will see each other again. Yeah, they had a wonderful chemistry in that in those Look Who's Talking films. The scene where Kirstie's dancing to Mikey, and then John Travolta catches her in the kitchen scene. It's such a cute scene. It's such a fun movie. Look Who's Talking. What a wonderful movie. I loved that as a kid, as a sort of those 90s comedies. Definitely worth the rewatch out of respect for Kirstie. Steve Gutenberg, that was the It Takes Two, I think, right? Yeah, with the Olsen twins. They were the love interest together. Kirstie met me at her house with a tuna sandwich on my favorite bread. Steve, I know all about you and your love of rye bread. Eat some tuna. We were rehearsing It Takes Two, and every day she amazed me with her generosity and the tangible and with her soulfulness. The world is a bit empty without her. Here is Tim Allen, who starred with her in For Richer and Poorer, if you remember that comedy. A sweet soul pass on in Kirstie Alley. Sad, sad news. Prayers for all of her family. And here's Valerie Bertinelli. Oh, Kirstie, rest in peace. We have Kirsten Chenoweth. R.I.P. Kirstie. I loved you so. We will meet again. Jack Hay. Oh my goodness, the legendary Jack Hay. Whether you agreed with her or not, Kirstie Alley was an undeniable talent who brought joy to many through the screen and with her warm, hilarious spirit. Rest in peace, love. You were one of a kind. Sharing a tweet from a while back where Kirstie was saying, I love you, Jack Hay. You're funny as Hell and make everyone want to be your best friend. Yeah, everything I've ever gotten, she just seems like she was very lovable. She did not hide her feelings. She was very outspoken. And she just seemed like a ball of energy, positive ball of energy. And yeah, even Taylor Lautner, you remember him, team Jacob. An honor working with you and getting to know you, Kirstie, R.I.P. What are these outfits? I don't know what film this was from, but there they are. But yes, respect from there. And then here's a nice tribute from her Dancing with the Stars trainer or coach, whatever they call them. We haven't spoken a lot lately. I'll tell you everything when I finally see you. But for now, I want to say that I love you very much and wish you the most peaceful rest. You are one of the most unique people I'd ever met and easily one of the brightest moments of my personal and professional life. Some of our relationship is heavily documented. Most of it is known to select few. All of it was like a wild roller coaster from Maud to DJ Buttercup. You were always all in for life. As I'm typing this, memories of our time together rush to my head. I remember how absolutely wild you were, and I start to tear up. Something you'd absolutely hate. And now I can't help but smile because I remembered exactly what you wanted me to say at your funeral. Don't think I can do it here. I thought you'd be around forever. I wish we spoke often. Thank you for everything. Love you, Kirstie Alley. It's just sad when someone passes and seeing all these memories. There's Carrie Ann Inaba from that show as well. I loved watching you two together. You guys had magic chemistry, no fear, just two strong people who were even stronger together. I only knew her from where I sat and a few quick interactions. I can't imagine how you're feeling, sending love and support. Lots of support and lots of things coming in. Carmen Electra, R.I.P. to that kind, beautiful, talented soul. We love you, Kirstie. Look, I don't want to get into the salaciousness. I don't. There's a lot of talk about Scientology and its views on cancer. I asked. And there's some questionable things. Like, do they get treated properly? It sounds like she did go to a cancer center. There's this thought that once you reach certain levels of it, that you're not even supposed to get it. And I asked our Scientology expert, Aaron Smith-Levin, who did say it's sort of true that, Scientologists aren't supposed to get cancer. But someone who's done the whole bridge-like level that Kirstie had done should not be dying of cancer. There are ways Scientologists will explain it away, but it really shouldn't be happening. According to what they believe, someone achieves at that level of the bridge. So there is just sort of a level of the religion that is supposed to not have it, which makes this a little bit more complicated and makes people wonder what was going on. But right now is the time to celebrate her life, her work, her family, her joy. And I will absolutely miss her, and I will respect and remember all of the wonderful roles and things that she showed us on screen. So rest in peace, Kirstie Alley. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.